joad.com. I'm recording this video from my workplace. I'm quitting my job tomorrow, so I'm going off and starting my own business. Going to travel a lot in the next few years. I'm going back to Ireland in a few weeks. Let me give you a quick look at my cube that I've been working in for the last 3 years. It looks kind of like this. That's what I'm leaving behind. So it's been 7 years now since I quit my last job. This was me in my cubicle looking real suave. I quit the next day, left that good job behind. Dreams of travelling the world and working online. People thought I was crazy, all starry-eyed. You'll regret it, they said, it's career suicide. You're so irresponsible taking the risk. Come back to the real world, tisk, tisk, tisk. 7 years later, I pause and think back. Were the naysayers right? Did I take the wrong track? Let me reflect for a minute, recall memories from these years self-employed and being overseas. I moved to Spain for a summer, learned Espanol, spent 3 days in Venezuela. Some of my stuff got stole. I went 44 months around the world without a flight, found dead insects in Asia, took a few bites. I crossed the Pacific on a massive big freighter, saw the sun setting as we crossed the equator. I hitchhiked through Europe with all of my stuff, had my life threatened in Guatemala but called that man's bluff. I raised money for charity, did myself proud, gave a big talk in front of a crowd. I swam in the Amazon and fished for piranhas, went to Machu Picchu and saw a few llamas. I jumped out of a plane with a stranger on my back, exercised and ate right and got a six-pack. I sang in the street, spoke on radio, got stuck in Romania on account of the snow. I overcame shyness and dated some beauties, and finally found love like you see in the movies. 2 times I broke into an abandoned skyscraper, and once spent an afternoon in a volcanic crater. I wandered the streets of Tehran late at night, couldn't use the ATMs there, but turned out alright. I got up early to see temples in Kathmandu, had some difficulty there actually, liquid number 2. India was crazy, overwhelmed me completely, and scored a free cruise there, not so discreetly. I saw a big elephant chained to a little log, lived in Hong Kong, went for a jog. I sailed for 5 days, saw paradise, sat in a cave, got some advice. I did some surfing, got my name in the paper, was dock-blocked in Busan, tried again later. I visited the pyramids near Mexico City, got kicked out of there actually for taking the mickey. I rode motorcycles in 3 different countries, lived near a temple covered in monkeys. I trekked through the jungle, felt so alive, went down to Rio, gave himself a high five. I tried stand-up comedy and got a few laughs, self-published 2 books and countless paragraphs. I spent a year in Amsterdam just 'cause I could, earned 5k in 1 day, that felt pretty good. I got naked in public like you see here, passed through China where they looked at me queer. I jumped off a bridge just for the thrill, experienced the World Cup live from Brazil. I made so many friends I can't even count, tracked income and expenses every amount. I saw dolphins in the ocean, fed deer in Japan, once kissed a woman who was probably a man. I took classes in Thailand, learned how to fight, explored wild beaches under moonlight. I sat often in silence in loads of old churches, couldn't breathe in Bolivia, got help from the nurses. I spent 3 days on a train, saw epic landscapes, learned some parkour, the art of escape. I quit drinking alcohol, went to Moscow, danced sober with strangers, let myself go. I did Carnival in Las Palmas, GC, and I did Mardi Gras, where my job used to be. I've had all these experiences these past 7 years, so many good laughs, the occasional few tears. So how's my life been since quitting my job? Would I ever go back to that 9 to 5 slog, each day like the last, like Murray's groundhog? Well, I'll tell you this much, and don't you forget, the naysayers were wrong right from the outset, 'cause I've collected many memories and ne'er a regret. And for those of you wondering, should you quit your job too? I'm not saying you should, but I'll say this much to you. You have to take chances for your dreams to come true, 'cause taking no risks, that's the riskiest thing you can do.